like pretty consistent, like just flat damage. So no matter what happens, gonna be exciting and gonna be a lot of action. Hope you are as excited as I am. That's for sure.
Oh yes, and I am especially excited to see if a double supports and Esmo surprisingly can defeat probably one of the stronger lineups in the game from right now. Jolt, Enderhole, and Skulky going Croak, the Space Llama, and of course our good friend Ashka.
Yes, so this, you can see it now, Skulky kind of sitting out in the back, trying to stay out of line of sight because whenever he wants to, he can go in invis, either deceit or camouflage, and just come out of nowhere, especially with those new buffs, getting an increase in movement speed while invisible. But Skulky kind of falling victim to a ton of damage. He's not really utilizing that jump to get out, but he jumps immediately onto a counter and actually took damage because of it. So bad exchange for Skulky on his part, but now you see him with that deceit coming in, getting something set up, and into the double ult from blue team. A lot of damage being tacked onto Pearl now.
We do see Edgar with a full ultimate though, and that could mean very bad news. And on the plus side with all this, we do have Jolt sitting on pretty much full HP, which is of course the main damage dealer, this Esmo, trying to get his, I'm not sure what to call his sparkly flames, his left click.
Yeah, M1 you can deal a lot of damage. It's an arcane something. But either way, Jolt's now taking quite a bit of damage. They were able to get rid of Skulky, who had kind of a rough start. So I don't know if they're going to be able to close it out here, but it's looking pretty good for the red team. They're kind of staying back, want to maintain orb control, and a nice wolf coming out, just tacking on even more damage. But of course,
and that is an X, and that will grab the, oh Jesus, Space Llama also being pushed into the Jolt's bomb, and that will be Ashka down as well.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how the game would have gone if Skulky didn't take all that damage right in the beginning. We saw him essentially become almost useless after that big exchange he had in the beginning. He lost almost 50% of his life because he went in with that spacebar, the frog leap, and he didn't have that frog leap to get out or his Noxious strike, so there was just no way he could get out of that situation. He ended up taking a lot of damage because of it, and it pretty much put him out of the fight for the majority of it.
On the plus side, to note, Chuck did 1,000 damage during that round, so it's not for lack of trying.
Yes, indeed. So here we are into the next round. We have kind of a very similar start, but this time Skulky, he once again used that double frog leap to get in. This time playing a little bit more patient. He had to blow his camouflage to get out because he was just did not want to eat that damage. Noxious strike online, ready to go. But you see Indalaw now walling them off with that bubble, getting that orb control, and now an in cap coming in from the back. Skulky trying to find something onto Paloma. A lot of damage coming out. This double sustain comp does not work very well against huge bursts, so they're trying to get rid of that recoverable HP.
But it's starting to sink in a little that whenever they try and dive in, they're also getting damage, because it might not look it, but Pearl and Polymer can do much very good chip damage. But oh Jesus Christ, Esmo is almost down for the count as he is stunned, stuck into a corner on 1 bar of HP.
Yes, and this is exactly what I was talking about in the beginning, using that camouflage or that deceit to set up for really, really big damage. We see them, there's the deceit, camouflage is going to come up with the big stun as well. Yes, the root and stun are going to be a lot of damage onto Pearl, but Skulky now kind of sitting in the back, a little bit low HP. Indalaw going to take this opportunity to heal him up just a little bit. So blue team leading a little bit with the HP. Esmo getting a very, very nice chaos grip to pull Indalaw into the fight.
And there's the shark, and it will try to grab our good sand friend Olmir as everyone else is just trying to zap around. There's Charles' ultimate. He has full HP, so he can just jump in whenever he likes.
Yes, and Skulky trying to overcommit there with that stealth. Not able to find anything, so ended up falling a little bit low, but they once again have orb control. They have double ult on Indalaw and Skulky, so they're going to be looking for something. Skulky taking his time to get the green orbs, get that recoverable HP, but another Chaos Grip going to pull Indalaw into the fight, forcing the spacebar away, and a lot of damage onto Paloma. There she goes, a beautiful stands of time, as well as the Venom explosion. Paloma down for the count, and Esmo and Pearl falling very quickly afterwards.
And there is the bomb, but it looks like Esmo will just walk out of the circle. He knows when he's done. And that will be a 1-1 battle right now. And I do like these two teams. They are going at it quite hard. Okay, over 4 players have a score over 1,000 in the second round. We don't usually see that until like they get every single Battlerite up.
Yeah, we see a lot of damage being dished out. And of course, the one reason why there is a lot of damage being done is mainly because Red Team does a lot of healing as well. So you are going to see a little bit of an inflation of those numbers because of the sheer amount of healing. But definitely not taken away from the amount of damage they're doing. The camouflage is out, and look at this triple stun onto Pearl. 60 HP immediately being dropped out. And Indalaw having to take this opportunity to get a little bit of HP back to Chalt. Getting that orb, getting that permanent HP back. And now Skulky in the back trying to set something up. And the ult's gonna land onto 2 of them. It takes full damage as well.
Niwa is in serious trouble right now. You do not want Paloma to be the lowest HP player, as she does have some good escapes, but she is incredibly squishy. 70 HP. And that will be the Ashka ult Chalt. Managing to get a lot of flames out.
They're trying to play into the back line now. Skulky trying to find some damage, find some camouflage. But the orb is coming up, so we're gonna see these bubbles. We're gonna see the wall. Yeah, there's the bubble already, and there's the orb control. So blue team doing such a phenomenal job of just always maintaining that orb control, getting as much energy as they can. But red team is sitting on full energy. Here comes the reverse time, and Indalaw getting out of that situation. Unfortunately, blowing an entire ult charge for it though.
And you've got to look out for the Pearl ultimate into Esmo's ultimate. As a reminder, it will go Shark into that waiting time bomb, and that time bomb does so much damage.
I believe it does over 60 damage. I think 62 if the number's correct.
75, something
75,
like that.
even more. But we see Skulky now going with that deceit. A big stun coming out onto Pearl, and that's going to be the end of her. Getting even more damage, and the Ashka ult going to come out, missing Esmo, unfortunately, but Esmo dashing and dipping around. There's the Venom, there's the Quicksand, and that is going to be the life of Esmo. Beautiful work from blue team. This is just some amazing synergy that we're seeing exhibited.
And that will be 2-1 in favor of dRama. Just quickly, it's 52 damage, but there is a buff when you pick up that 5th Battlerite, so that will be coming into play very shortly.
Yes, that round 5 is going to be coming up. We don't see a huge power shift except for Oldur has a pretty big spike in power that round 5, and as well as Paloma does get that stun. So we'll see. A lot of the times you don't really see much of a power spike come round 5, but it does mean that all the Battlerites are active. So usually round 4 is the biggest spike in power. But Esmo doing a good job of avoiding some of this damage, especially from that quicksand. But now he's kind of in the back line, not much to get out, and he's just taking a lot of damage.
And Niwa's actually getting pretty damaged there as he is left on by the Croak. But Croak with C, they'll in-cap and then immediately focus on Jolts, which is probably the smarter play. We want Jolts to maybe focusing and trying to get that damage dealer down so that they don't have enough damage. Could be the play here.
Yeah, you'll see a lot of targets will just come out from Croak, considering that his stun does make him invisible, but a lot of damage coming out the end of the silence might just be enough to close it out. No, able to get away there, using that quicksand to kind of root away some of the members, getting that heal down. Another quicksand to root the Paloma, dashing around, but the Esmo jumping in, closing out that life, and we see the unfortunate miss on the Croak ult.
Croak ult doesn't go through walls, it just bounces them away from him, so bit of a misplay there. As we see Jolts on low HP, there's the ultimate trying to draw Skulky back in, but he will leap out as he is that good frog, and it will be Pearl versus the world. Does have her ultimate, but I don't think she's going to be able to use it with all this stun. chain stunning Edgar into the wall, then just absolutely dominating.
Yeah. Oh, okay. The counter coming out, but
No.
that is the kind of stuff we do like to see. Is the chain CCs? Of course, you have the camouflage into the Ashka stun. It's just such a beautiful combo. We saw it a few times that round. It just did a ridiculous amount of damage. Of course, that flame strike, I believe, is a 1.2 second stun immediately after the camouflage stun, which is another, I don't know, like 0.5 seconds, 0.8 seconds even. So beautiful combos coming out from blue team, and they're just completely controlling the carries from red team.
Oh, geez. Just quickly having a look. Grimoire of Chaos leashes onto nearby allies, healing them for 10 health per second. So he's actually going for the even more heal on the Jolts, surprisingly.
Yeah, so we're here into round number 5. Of course, as you said, all Battlerites are now active. And a quick start coming from Skulky, not able to find anything this time. But a nice time bidder coming out from Indolaw, giving him that refresh of his jump away. And a lot of damage coming out onto Pearl, almost dead. And the orb control once again going to blue team.
As Jolts had to leap around that Chronoflux bubble. We do see, oh geez, this Pearl is just having a bad day. Unable to get away from this Croak. And Croak going back for the orb. Orb will be, ooh, that was a close one, taken by blue side, I believe.
Yes, and a nice Chaos Chaos Grip. Gonna control Skulky just a little bit, but a nice CC chain coming out onto Paloma. And the CC chain continues as the other side is forced to come out. Indolaw kind of be chased away by this Esmo. And now into the back line, we see EYGGR, the Pearl and needawg kind of shifting out to the sides, not able to find much escape, as now Indolaw, not even talking about Indolaw, needawg dropping down to that Ashka play, and Pearl should be dropping quickly after, but Indolaw falling as well.
Pearl does leave a full soul orb, so we might be looking at a double bomb here. Nope, that's the first bomb, and it will hit Skulky, but he has to fight Charles, this Esmo, and that is not easy mode.
Definitely going to be an uphill battle, and of course, that uphill battle is going to be quickly extinguished as Chalt closes out that round. Beautiful play once again by blue team. I just love watching these guys exhibit this just phenomenal synergy.
4-1 to dRama, and that will mean it is match point. The needawg boys have to win 4 in a row. That will be quite a challenge, but if anyone can do it, it is this team.
Yeah, of course, needawg being a very experienced support player, trying to get these guys into the tournament scene. I love that he's doing this with the team, but as we're saying it right now, a lot of damage is going to be coming out onto Esmo as Indolaw just rips through him with that quicksand and sands of time.
Jeez, just lowering health, just quickly going down. There's the root onto, and then just leap straight back in. But there's the panic, meaning that he has to consider his next move.
Yes, but a huge a huge combo being avoided, all thanks to that other side coming out from Paloma, and blue team once again grabbing the orb, going to give full charge to Indolaw, allowing him to use that reverse time, and now you can see him now just tacking on that Sands of Time, but a Chaos Grip going to force the escape, and Ashka now going in. Huge ult for Ashka. Sands of Time, reverse time coming out immediately afterwards. Chalt getting another stun, but Ashka looking very, very low. Jolt's got a full ult on top of him.
Chalt just dived into the exploding Grimoire, meaning that he took a little bit too much damage there.
A lot of damage was thrown onto him. Chalt very, very low, but Indolaw going to do as much as he can to relieve that. But a nice Wolf going to be some damage onto Indolaw as well as Chalt onto the back line. But orb control finally going to red team, almost full ults for everyone on red team, and a lot of damage going to be dished out to Schultz. Schultz going to drop. Ashka trying to do what he can, getting that ult. Purifier coming out afterwards, but a silence going to stop him from doing any damage and sustain. This is not looking too good for blue team.
And this should be, all things considered, round 2 for the side of the Niwa boys. Their full name, Nish. Oh boy. But they still have to win another 3. Can they get back up? Round 7 underway.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those team comps where if you don't kill them fast, oh Jesus, almost died. If you don't kill them fast, they will out-sustain you and they will be victorious if you give them all the time in the world. But right now we see Skulky trying to find his opportunity onto Paloma, the Molten, or something, because the stun from Asker was not quite there, so they didn't get that chain CC damage they saw earlier, but a root going to be some damage onto Jolt.
Jolt's being a little bit too damaged, but they don't have him in maximum HP territory yet. Oh, never mind. As I say that, that's 3 leaps in and he's immediately down to half health. And a flame on means that we will see Jolt's going down to a seriously low damage.
Yes, and once again, actually no, sorry, red team coming in, Ewok, sneaking in that orb control, but he took a ton of damage because of it, forcing to use that other side. Now looking very, very low, the reverse time coming out, but Niwa able to avoid it, not able to avoid the Ash just done. Pearl should be next very quickly. Chalt and Skulky doing a good job of just cleaning up this fight, and they'll all get into Petrify, into the stun, into the Sands of Time root, and another Molten Fist gonna be enough to close out EYGRR, looking like curtains for red team and blue team, which will be, what are these guys? dRama, of course.
They
dRama
are the dRama, and they have won this round 5-2. Come to us on EU. Oh, bit of